Hi, this is my 10th update for Engines and Scripting, which focuses mainly on the Horde game mode. So you can choose how many rounds you wish to partake in, as well as how difficult you want the AI to be. It only affects the amount of damage that the player takes from the AI. I believe it's like 0.5, then maybe 0.75, and then 1.2 for the highest difficulty. We'll stick on easy just for the sake of testing. All three maps, once again, work with this game mode, as they should. And I will run through grass for now. Yes. No. Yeah. The grass game mode. So I've got 2 player characters loaded in. Like free-for-all, you can choose any color you want, as well as any tank type you want. So let's go for green. And ready up. Cool. So this UI is a little more complicated than the other ones. Obviously got which round is currently being played in the top left, as well as the amount of enemies remaining for this round. The timer in the middle doesn't actually connect to anything particularly, it just represents the time that the players have been playing. And then the lives on the right is the number of lives that players have left while before they automatically lose. That live is also set by the difficulty rating. The player unique UI is the same as free-for-all. So you've got kills, which is obviously not friendly kills, as you can still damage allies, but AI kills, as well as the amount of ammo that you currently have left and the weapon that you're using. What else? So, oh yes, the pause menu. Similar to the other pause menus, shows the amount of deaths, the amount of kills that you've got, as well as the round that you're currently on. We're apparently on round 0, which is, well, sorry, not rounds on, rounds that you've completed. And obviously you can leave or continue playing the game. So the way this game works is the AI, they are given a certain target type, and they will go after that specific target. So this one, I believe, is the closest target, but I may be wrong. Let's see if they can still move. Yes, they can follow. So they've got a set range before they're out of range. So clearly, it is the lowest health value target that they're going for. So let me see if I can test this. They're currently shooting the blue, aimed at the blue one. See if I can get my health low enough to the point where they will attack me instead. Give it a second. Yeah, so they are set to the lowest target, health target within their certain range, and then they will continue to try and kill me and follow me depending on where I go. Now, these tanks are set to travel to random locations. So when it spawns, the tank will start in, say, this area over here. It'll be beyond this invisible wall, which I cannot travel through, but the tank can. It will be in an anti-travel zone. So basically what happens is the tank looks for a location within a radius around it, but if that location is found to be within an anti-travel zone box, it will it will reject it and attempt to find another location. So all the spawns are within they're at least they can't be fully within one of these zones, otherwise the tank will just get stuck forever. But they are just on the edge. So if you put the spawn into one of the zones, say like towards the edge of it, as long as there is a area that isn't within the zone but was within its searchable radius, it will eventually find it and then move out of the zone. This prevents the tanks from going back outside of the map once they've gone inside. As for spawns, there are spawns on all maps in similar locations. So where I'm driving currently now to this edge, there will be spawns beyond that invisible wall. There are spawns sometimes on the side of the map, like here, and then generally there is a spawn over in that direction by that side of the map. Anyway, so let me just quickly kill this tank. So this tank is now dead. I get a point. That round's over. As you can see, there is currently a second countdown for the next round. Once it reaches 3, it will turn into a red color, and then it shows that the enemies has gone up to 2 enemies instead of 1. And as you can see over there, the enemies are coming out. That enemy is on a random path on the left over there, going around. And once it finds us, it will go up and try and kill us, and aim at depending on what their setting is, they will try and get us. There are 4 different types of tanks, and depending on the type of tank, they have different health values and weapons as well as body types. Each tank, uh, let me think, each tank has a different amount of different chance of being cooled. So the light tanks have like a 3 in 6 chance, whereas some of the heavy tanks have a much less chance of being cooled per spawn. So let me just continue for a few more rounds. The way the round system and such works is there is an index. So, well, round just goes at 1 per each, per completion. And then there is an index which gets which round it is and adds a set amount of enemies to the a base enemy stat, which increases the amount of enemies per round. Let me just quickly think of something. As you can see, it's only gone up by 1 per round each time. In the later rounds, it does start to go up by 3s and 4s and 5s, depending on the amount of enemies, or depending on how late into the rounds it is. So say round 25, it will increase by a factor of 5. Let's continue and finally kill this target. I will just complete the last round for the sake of completion. Obviously there's health kits and weapons around for the players to pick up, so they aren't completely defenseless. This game mode is particularly easy on easy because you don't take a lot of damage and you have an awful lot of lives to play around with. As you can see, the tanks track onto me when they get within a certain range. If nothing's within their range, they will, as I said before, just find random players. Oh, speaking of which, for this I also changed the artillery cannon so it wouldn't track allied players as well as itself. As you can see here, it comes with the stats. We completed 5 rounds, got 14 kills, didn't die, but the other person died 3 times.